Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Yasser Muhammad of BS Civil Engineering 2A. In this video, I will discuss it to you the friction in water supply and distribution system. So meron pa pala tayong friction sa water supply. Meron kasi tayong tinatawag na minerals na pwede mamuo sa loob ng pipe dahil sa tagal ng paggamit. Dito may namumuo na nagiging stain o sumasabit dahil sa rough yung surface. In friction, we allude to the plumbing system refer to the resistance produced by the flowing water with the fitting and interior surface of the pipe in water supply distribution. Friction is defined as the resistance between the molecules of water. Friction in water supply and distribution system can be minimized under the following condition. So we have these 5 conditions. First, all water pipes should be installed straight and direct as possible. Second, the use of turn, offset, and traps should be minimized if cannot be avoided. Third, pipe with plain and smooth surface should be used. Fourth, the use of fittings, stops, and other devices connected to the distribution line should be minimized. And lastly, fifth, all fitting and joint must be connected properly. Pressure. In plumbing, pressure is the force required to move the water inside the pipe. It is the only means necessary to overcome friction. The pressure exerted by the water at rest is called static pressure. The pressure is exerted by the water in the base of a service pipe when the water is not in motion. Is one example of the static pressure. The normal pressure is referred to the pressure range measured over a period of 24 hours. Normal pressure for a residential house range from 30 to 40 psi. Lower than this, volume may result to insufficient flow of water, especially during the simultaneous use of the fixture. On the other hand, water pressure greater than 50 psi may cause pipe hammering of pipe joints. An excessive water pressure can be minimized by installing a pressure reducing valve. This valve will keep pressure constant at 40 psi or can be reset to any other pressure desired. Water vibration and hammering can be checked by installing an air chamber pipe at the back of the faucet. The compressed air inside the pipe chamber serves as cushion to prevent water hammering. So we have this called critical pressure, referred to the maximum and minimum pressure at which proper function of the water supply can be maintained. Next is the head loss by friction, or friction head loss is the loss in the rate flow due to the friction between the water and the wall of the pipe. Last is the pressure loss, referred to the variation in pressure between the water main and the outlet end of the water service. Pressure loss is generally caused by friction. These are the other causes of pressure loss. One is the simultaneous draw or use of water. 2. Height or distance to which the water must flow. 3. Fluctuation of water pressure in the water main. 4. Minerals elements in water that adhere to the interior of the pipe, reducing the diameter. 5. Inadequate size of the pipe. So, the water supply coming from the public water main is also affected by water pressure fluctuation caused by peak load, emergency draw, breakdown of lines or pumping unit, and insufficient water level at the water system reservoir. And now let us discuss the maximum and probable demand. The maximum demand refers to the maximum water discharge of fixture in terms of fixture units. The maximum demand of water is equal to the total fixture unit in a plumbing system, where 1 unit is valued at 8 gallons of water discharged per minute interval. So we have this one example here. One water closet is valued at 6 fixture units. Therefore, 6 times 8 is equal to 48 gallons.
So we have here another example. A residential house has 3 water closets, 3 laboratories, 1 kitchen sink, and 3 shower baths. Determine the maximum demand of water. First, solve for the total fixture units using table 5.1. So we have here 6 units times 3 water closet equal 18 units. 1 unit times 3 laboratories, we have the 3 units. 2 units times 1 kitchen sink, we have these 2 units. 2 units times 3 shower bath, we have these 6 units. For the total of 29 units. Next is the maximum water demand. According sa na-discuss natin kanina, in 1 unit we have 8 gallons. So, for the total of 29 units times 8 gallons, we have the 232 gallons. In probable demand or peak load, this is one factor to be considered in determining the size of the water service pipe. The question of how many fixtures will be used simultaneously at one point in time is difficult to ascertain, but according to the statistical survey, the fewer the number of fixtures installed, the higher the percentage of the probability of their simultaneous use. Lower the percentage of probable simultaneous use, and the greater the number of fixtures installed, the lower percentage of probable simultaneous use. It is presumed that if a fixture can discharge only a given quantity of water, wherein the water supply may not be overtaxed above this amount of water without causing overflow of the fixture being used, then the maximum demand of the water is the total sum of its fixture unit, wherein each fixture unit is represent 8 gallons of water. And now, let us explain the probability of simultaneous use of fixtures. As you can see on the table, we have this number of fixture units and the percentage of simultaneous use. In fixture unit, we have this 1 to 5 units and 6 to 50 units and 51 or more units. If you see the percentage of simultaneous use of fixture units, we have this 50 to 100% in 1 to 5 units and 25 to 50% in 6 to 50 units, 10 to 25% in 51 or more units. Kung ma-observe nyo, the more na mababa ang fixture units, the more naman na mataas yung percentage ng simultaneous use. And the more naman na mataas yung fixture units, the more naman na bumababa ang percentage ng simultaneous use. The probable demand is not likely to exceed 25% of the maximum demand, especially for average size residential building. This figure may be used to establish the size of water service pipe. So we have here one example for probable demand. The question is, determine the probable demand of the following fixture installed: 2 water closet, 1 laboratory, 1 bathtub, 1 shower bath, and 1 kitchen sink. In our solution, first is find the number of fixture unit, then multiply by 8. The given is 2 water closet, then 2 times 6 is equal 12 units. In 1 laboratory, 1 times 1 is 1 unit. In 1 bathtub, 1 times 2 is 2 units. 1 shower bath is 1 times 2 equal 2 units. And 1 kitchen sink, 1 times 2 equal 2 units. For the total of 19 units. Second, we need to multiply to 8. The 19 unit times 8 gallons equal 152 gallons. That's the maximum demand. Third is the 152 gallons of water maximum demand is likely to be consumed in 1 minute, thus it may be reduced by 25% to 50% to get the probable demand. Fourth is the assumed 30% reduction of 152 gallons equal 45 gallons. Lastly, we need to subtract from maximum demand of 152 gallons. 152 gallons minus 45 is equal to 107 gallons. That's the probable demand. And now we have here another table for gallons of water per minute on 10 mm diameter galvanized for iron or plastic pipe. And as you can see, the water pressure at main or tank, we have these pounds and newton. In pounds, we have the 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, while the newton, we have this 44.5 in 10 pounds, 89.0 in 20 pounds, 133.4 in 30 pounds,